Before I get to Diddy again, I'm going to repeat what I have been saying for the past 3 or 4 or 5 years now. Whatever happened to Bill Cosby, whatever happened to R. Kelly, whatever happened to Trevor Bauer, whatever happened to Deshaun Watson, whatever happened to all those guys can happen to you too if you're messing with women that don't have your back. Now, as men, let's be honest. How many women that you have messed with, whether you fornicated with, dated, how many can you say for certain out of all of the batch of 304s that you mess with or you got over on, right? How many of them do you know will have your back? Meaning this, if people or certain people after you, who will stand up and make sure you ain't left out, like they won't turn you over to the evil people in charge? How many women can you say in your life? So this is why these dudes get into the trouble that they do. Jamie Foxx, you got to understand, this is not the 1980s anymore. You cannot do what you want to do. Shout out to Lawrence Taylor for that quote when he was talking about Johnny Manziel and how he should have conducted himself at the time. Let me repeat again. This is not the 1980s. It's not the 1970s. I've talked to people that lived during that time, and it was a different time, you know? So we have to be cognizant of all the free access, right, that you thought you got from a girl, or a girl that you thought you got over on, or a girl that you thought she's in the past. So who you decide to mess with, this is who you decide to mess with, is literally, it's because you never know. Like now, if you plan to be a bum for the rest of your life, or unemployed, or if you don't plan to go nowhere, then yeah, do what you want out here with these 304s. But if you're planning to do something with your life, get some money, status, or even get, if your goal is to really be in the limelight, whether it be for sports, music, you know, any of that stuff, you better make sure you have all your chickens in order. Make sure you have all your chickens in order, bruh. Make sure everything is straight. You better make sure it's in 20, I'll say this, in 2023, it is not a flex for a man to be talking about, I got all these hoes. It's not a flex anymore. People might disagree with me on that. It's just now, it's just not the time. It's just not the time. And it's not just an American problem. This is happening overseas as well. Look at what happened to the Spain women national soccer player, Hermoso. Like it's ridiculous now. But let's go into Diddy real quick. I'm going to show you something else. Basically where I think he decided to he stepped down from his chairman position at Revolt, right? And what people got to understand, even with that situation, let me check something real quick. Here we go. What people got to understand with this situation is everything is calculated. There's no accidents. Okay, there's no accidents out here. Okay. Hopefully this is split screen, but here we go. Here, Sean Combs has stepped down from his position as chairman of Revolt. While Mr. Combs has previously had no operational or day-to-day role in the business, this decision helps to ensure that Revolt remains steadfastly focused on our mission to create meaningful content for the culture and amplify the voices of all Black people throughout this country and the African diaspora. Our focus has always been one that reflects our commitment to the collective journey of Revolt, one that is not driven by any individual, but by the shared efforts and value of our entire team on behalf of advancing, elevating, and championing our culture, and that continues. So, and I'm going to show you this comment right here. I'm going to show you this comment. Okay. Illuminati said your Prime subscription is canceled, funny buddy. And this is what people got to understand. When you see stuff like this happen, when you see all these allegations pop out of nowhere, right? A lot of the times what people got to understand, this is planned. This is calculated. This is something. This is not either, Cassie is what you call, in my opinion, a plant girlfriend. She is an industry puppet. What, especially a lot of Negro celebrities, they do not understand. You'll have certain girls choose on you, right? Or I remember Kwame Brown was talking about a situation where he went to his hotel and the girl was literally waiting for him inside the hotel. And that happens to a lot of Negro entertainers and Negro artists. What they don't understand is that girl was literally placed there by the agents, and the agents are connected to a lawyer, and the lawyer's connected to another higher power that you don't even want to know. Probably somebody with a small hat. So people don't understand that's how that works. You think you chose your girl, but you didn't. And Cassie is what you call a plant, right? So usually when things go south with them, those are the girls that you usually got to pay all that alimony to, all the child support, or blah, 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 you know, whatever it is. You're going to have to pay them. And that money is not going to them. It's going to the people that sent her to you. And I believe Cassie is one of those people. She is a very common thing to see in the industry, a plant girlfriend, you know, or a plant boyfriend, whatever, if you're a female in the industry, okay? Or, you know, if you swing that way. That's another story. Anyway, Cassie knows all the dirt. So girls like that, they have an expiration date. And of course, they'll take the deal from the devil and the entertainer. So in her mind, hey, I get the best of both worlds. I get paid to be in Diddy's life. Diddy's paying me. But eventually, she's going to want something more. And she wasn't able to get a marriage out of Diddy. So she caught that out. And what you have to understand is once the assault allegations, whatever, just one, that's all it takes. Just one. That's all it takes. And that's when the avalanche starts. This one, another girl comes out. Oh, another girl comes out. And another one. And then, by the way, oh yeah, the New York Adult Survivors Act, it expires this month. Now you see Jamie Foxx getting an allegation. That's why I don't even know if I'm gonna even make a separate video for him, because it's been so many allegations. Is like the talking points become redundant. But I'll say that basically my point of making this video is this, okay? When you see certain celebrities go down, particularly Negro entertainers and Negro athletes, right? Well, that's under entertainers. When you see that happening, and it happens to all races of men too now. It's just black entertainers are usually what they do the beta test on, right? When you see the black entertainers going through that, it's just one pops out of nowhere. That means that guy was about to make a power move, or he was going to make some kind of financial move. He is holding something valuable that certain people in power want. For example, R. Kelly. When you look at R. Kelly, everybody knew what he was on. This dude was around. We all know he liked young girls, whatever. And everybody was, people didn't really care. Let's keep it a buck. That's why this stuff, it makes me laugh when people tell me to stop listening to R. Kelly. I'm not going to do that, because you guys really didn't care until they made a surviving R. Kelly film, right? We take R. Kelly, for example. The reason why he's being held up in a federal prison, and I made an hour-long stream about this last year, is because of his catalog. They want his catalog. What people don't understand, R. Kelly has written, produced, sung, and I'm talking about written for powerful artists in the industry, dead or alive. I'm talking about his catalog is worth, like, he's one of those people where his catalog, his credentials is worth something. You like, especially as a musician, people that understand how this thing goes with the writing. These are the people that actually make the real money. And you see his catalog, what the artists that he's put out there, the artists he's produced, the artists he's backed. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The people that still work with him, that still want to work with him, even right now. His name means something in the music industry. His talent means something. And when certain people want his stuff, which is, I don't want to name the company that he was with, but we all know, I already covered it. I don't want to keep repeating certain names. I don't want to flag certain things, but Phony, a company that rhymes with phony, wants his masters, his catalog. And you wonder why I know that? As soon as the sentencing for his the years they gave him for sentencing, as soon as that ended, they literally went right. I'm talking about the same day. Okay, what's up with his masters? Who has control? They put the man's. They put all these the possibility of the people that have controls or rights of his. They put this guy address out there. Well, not his address, but they basically put his location, who he is, his name. Like, they put his whole the guy that they thought had control of his. They put his whole business out there. I was like, it reminded me of the scene in Daredevil season 2 where they're about to indict Kingpin. I don't know if that was season 1 or season 2, and then the guy up on the stand starts reading the addresses of the people in the jury. I was like, what? That's basically what that was. It was the same. I kid you not. In that same art, I'm talking about the same day. They're just like, okay, what's up with Robert Kelly's literally right after the sentencing? What's up with his masters? And I told you I did a whole stream on it, hour-long stream. I think it was a live stream. I'm pretty sure it was a live stream I did, but it was last year. But that was right after the sentencing. I was like, oh, so this is what it's all about all along. Like I said, this is about money, power. If certain people in charge want your ish, they'll put whatever charge on you. It don't matter if you're a dirtbag or not. Now, regarding Diddy, everybody knew what time he was on. He was a predator. I'm talking about to men and women in the industry. He was a predator. No, I'm talking about, there's no doubt about it. And people have been saying it. People thought 50 Cent was a troll, even though he basically put I remember I used to deny it for so long what Diddy was as a person until 2018. I'm talking about 2018 when I saw the 50 Cent do the Den of Thieves promo interview, and he was talking about Diddy being drunk on that Drink Champs podcast with Nori and him, and I saw the full show. That broke my heart because I finally came to grips to what Diddy was. It was just like I couldn't even deny it no more because I've heard those rumors I'm talking about since I was a kid, and it was just, that was sad. If you guys have time, I think it was 2 hours long, 3 hours long. Yeah, Fabulous was on there, Jadakiss was on there, and this guy was making everybody uncomfortable. Like, after seeing that, I was like, I do not want to be in a room alone with Diddy. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This guy is a predator. This guy needs to be stopped. So everybody knew what kind of time. Everybody knew that Diddy was on demon time. Everybody knows that. So that it's not a matter of that. They don't care about what Diddy does. Now, apparently, Diddy was making some interesting moves in terms of, Ciroc, him breaking his partnership with a very powerful company. And this is the kind of things that happen. As soon as the allegations come out, I'm like, oh, he pissed off somebody in power. That's all you need to know, especially when you look at Deshaun Watson. All this stuff happens right when he demands a trade, right? It's very predictable, but the normies normies just miss it. Like, when I see somebody get accused of something and be put all up in the just put up all on blast and stuff, you have to question it. You have to be like, okay, why are they crucifying him right now? What is the reason? There's got to be another reason, So that's what people need to understand when it comes to Diddy and how the industry really works. Now, with Bill Cosby, they're saying he was trying to buy NBC, and yeah, that could be part of it, but I think it's way more than that. I remember Dr. Umar Johnson had said that, I guess, Cosby's land was on top of a potential oil spot that's a big company was trying to drill in, and that's when all the stuff came out about him. And like I said, anything can be taken out of context. Like, so with Bill Cosby's thing, what people don't understand is during that time, like the 70s, late 60s, or whatever, 80s, it would be, you go to the Playboy Mansion. That was the spot. That was the kicking spot for the entertainers, right? And Hugh Hefner's 304s. These were prostitutes that he was messing with. And, and before things go down, they would take their party drugs and get reckless. That's how things went back then. Now, in today's context, that's unacceptable. But during that time, that was norm. And when you say it like that, people are kind of, especially men, are afraid to explain it like that. But that's just how it was. I've talked to people that lived during that times. They knew what it was. People knew what it was. So anything can get taken out of context. Like the Jamie Foxx allegation, easily taken out of context. Easily. So yeah, he probably went all the way, but she was a participant in that. But people are afraid to call her a participant, or you're a what they call you um, a victim blamer, victim shamer, whatever. I guess that's what I am.